Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be taking you through a Semrush keyword research tutorial. I'm going to be focusing more on the local SEO side of things since that is what my agency specializes in and focuses in. So I'm going to be taking you through the few different strategies that we do internally whenever we're starting a new campaign or just simply doing keyword research for blog posts or maybe new location pages, service pages. So without further ado, let's dive right in. And if you guys are interested, I did work out a 30-day free trial with Semrush. You can find that in the description below. If you do decide to move forward after the 30 days with Semrush, you would be helping out the channel immensely. But if not, feel free to cancel at any time. Now let's get into the tutorial. All right, guys, so first we're going to start using the keyword overview tab. And basically this feature allows you to do some in-depth keyword research into a specific search term that you would want to rank for. So for this example, I'm going to be using a local company. So I decided to use the keyword AC Repair Houston. So what we would do is we just go over to the keyword overview tab. And then here where it says enter keyword, you can enter several different keywords if you want to do like a bulk analysis, but I'm just going to go ahead and just use one. So we're going to just type in AC repair Houston, right? This is going to be one of the most sought after keywords if you are like in the AC repair, HVAC space, pretty highly competitive space. So this is definitely something you want to rank for because it's most likely what a possible client is going to be searching for, right? Their AC gets messed up, their AC breaks, they're going to be searching up for AC Repair Houston, if they're in that city, obviously, or AC Repair Company, AC Repair Near Me, etc. So we're going to go ahead and use AC Repair Houston. Once we have that, we're just going to hit search. And now it's going to bring up some different data points. So volume, we can see it gets 1.3 thousand searches in the US. Keyword difficulty is at a 54%. So like I mentioned, it's a pretty highly competitive niche. So it would be somewhat difficult of a keyword to rank for, especially for a newer company. It will take some time to kind of build that traction and ultimately get up in that first page. We can see the intent is commercial. So this basically means that somebody is searching for a specific service, which in this case is AC repair, right? So it means they're most likely going to eventually purchase that service, right? Because they're actively searching for a company that they want to hire for this specific service. This is also something that's important. The CPC, or the cost per click, is a $37, right? So basically, if you were to be running ads for this keyword, it would cost you $37 per click if you were to be running ads. And this is why SEO can be so important, because if you do get to rank in the top positions, then you're basically saving yourself a lot of money, right? You're not wasting a ad budget whenever you're ranking organically, because you're getting organic clicks, because you are ranking organically. So you're basically saving a ton of money, and you're going to be driving phone calls and leads, which is what we want. So looking at this number, it's a good indication that this is a good keyword to go after, right? Because a lot of companies are actively bidding on it, which is why it's somewhat of a high cost per click. And now here we're going to get keyword variations, and then we're also going to get the related keywords. So I really like to look at the related keywords, but let's take a look here below at the SERP analysis. This is basically kind of an overview of the top competitors, which is really nice because you can just see all the websites that are already ranking for this keyword right here. And then, of course, it gives you different data points like authority score. So this is just like the Semrush proprietary metric that they created, basically just letting you know how much authority their domain has according to like their backlink profile, referring domains, and search traffic, right? Then you have referring domains, which just means the number of websites that have a link pointing back to them. Backlinks, just the total number of backlinks given to that URL. You have your average search traffic, right? Because Semrush, it does give you estimated search volume according to the keywords that they rank for. And then the amount of keywords that they rank for this specific URL. So you can really quickly see what companies are doing a better job with their SEO just because look at the difference in search traffic. The number one results gets 2.9 thousand search traffic on a monthly basis versus like the fourth position gets only 339, right? So it's a huge difference in terms of search traffic. So definitely, obviously, these guys are number one, so they definitely know what they're doing when it comes to SEO and search engine optimization. And then if you just scroll down here, this is just some more Google Ads data that it gives you. You can see ad copy, keyword, ad history, but that's not really important for what we're doing right now. So let's go up. This is really the first point that I like to look at is the related keyword section. So we're just going to go ahead and click view all keywords. And you can see that it shows up around 469 keywords, as we can see here, which is quite a bit of keywords, right? So we definitely want to narrow this down. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that, right? So first of all, the intent. I like to only choose, or not only choose, but whenever you're initially choosing kind of like the foundational keywords or your seed keyword that you want to be targeting on your homepage and service pages, you really only want to focus on commercial and transactional type keywords. This means these are the keywords that are going to drive you a conversion. This means someone does a search, goes to your website, they like what they see, and then they give you a phone call or they leave a form submission, right? And those are the type of keywords that we want to do. So we're going to check both of those and click apply. And now we're going to let that load. So this is going to give us a lot better type of keywords that we would want to potentially rank for, right? And of course, we want to add these onto our website. So we can see AC Repair Houston, AC Repair Company in Houston, Air Conditioning Repair Houston. So all these different variations of our seed keyword, which is AC Repair Houston. So these are all different types of keywords that we would want to have on our homepage because it's going to build up that relevancy whenever Google crawls our website. So you normally want to have these keywords like as headers, normally like header twos. If this would be probably in your header one tag, right? Given that it's our C keyword. So this is going to be like your header one, and then AC Repair Company in Houston can be like a header two. Air conditioning repair in Houston can be another header too, right? So these are all good keyword ideas. So you just really want to quickly go over them. Sometimes, you may come across like a brand like this one right here, which is Aircon Houston. So whenever you do see something like this, just be aware that it's just a branded keyword. So you definitely want to avoid those, right? And then here's another trick that you guys can do. If you really want to start off with the low hanging fruit, what we can do is we can actually filter by the keyword difficulty or the KD score. So if we just click on this and let that load, click that one more time, it should put this in order to where it gives you the easiest keywords to rank for first. As you can see, Furnace Service, Bel Air, Texas. So this is a suburb of Houston. It's only a keyword difficulty 8, right? According to Semrush, although it only gets 50 searches a month. If you add these keywords right here, let's just say this plus the 24-hour AC repair, that's already nearly 100 searches a month if you're able to rank for those two, right? So that's some low-hanging fruit that you can do on the first month so you can start driving some traffic, right? And this is a very good idea of what you guys can do so that you can start ranking as soon as possible in your local area. So this is definitely something that I would do, especially if you're just starting off your brand new website or you're just starting an SEO campaign, is look for the low-hanging fruit. And again, just be aware of the branded keywords like AirTech Services, that's a brand. Marco HVAC, obviously that's also a brand. But use the ones that are relevant to your business, like Houston Commercial HVAC Contractors, right? That's a very long tail keyword that would be pretty easy to rank for. AC Repair, Bel Air, Texas, heater repair in Houston. This is a very good keyword to rank for. It does get 110 searches a month, and it's relatively easy to rank for. Same thing with 24-hour AC repair Houston. This one would be a very good keyword to go after. 260 searches, and it's relatively easy to rank for. So this is definitely something that I would do. And then if you want to go a little bit more in depth, for an example, if we go into let's go to the 24-hour AC repair. If we click on that keyword, we can actually look at who's ranking for that keyword. So if we take a look here, just looking at the SERP analysis, we can see that we would most likely need to make a specific page for that keyword, right? We can see AmericanComfortExperts.com/24-hour AC service. All of these websites have a specific page, it looks like, for the most part. So this is definitely something where you would want to make an individual page on your website. So if we even open this up, we can get a better idea of what these guys are doing with their on page. So they really don't even have much content on here, really. So this is definitely something that you could easily take over that number one spot if you were just to create a page about this and add more content. I mean, if we highlight this, they only have 513 words, right? So this is definitely something that you could easily outrank. You know, we could simply make a better, more optimized page, write some more content on it, add a video, do some better on page, right? And we can definitely take this spot. And then, of course, once you're on this page, you want to take a look at like the headers that they're using on their page. So if you use something like SEO Minion, you can quickly just analyze their title. So we can see they have 24-hour AC repair here in their title tag. And then they also have it as their H1 tag. So this tag right here is the H1. So you would definitely want to have something like that. I would even add Houston in it, considering that's the keyword that we want to rank for. So you would want to have this exact keyword as your H1 and in your title tag and then within the content. So that's how I would analyze that keyword. So you would really just want to make a list here. So if we go back here, what I would do is I would just export this list of keywords, and then you can just take out the ones you don't need. And then whether it's yourself or you hand it off to a VA or something like that, then they can go and use those keywords and implement it on the website and within the content, right? So that's the first way that I like to do keyword research. Now let's go into the keyword gap analysis. So with the keyword gap analysis, basically what you can do is you can compare your website with other competitors, right? So this gives you a very easy way of identifying missing keywords that you may not have that your competitors have. So let's dive into this. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to have to take some of the competitors. And for this, I would really just take the top 3 websites that are ranking in your area. So this right here. So the first one is going to be you. So you want to put them here. So here we're going to add the competitors. We'll take that one. We'll take this one. Then we'll take this one. Let's see. Yeah. So I would do 3. You can do up to 4 if you want to. And then I'm going to take, someone that's like probably not doing too well. So I just go to like the 4th page here, and then we'll just click use a random website here. We can use this one, copy, go back. And like I said, you're going to be the first one. So make sure you put your own domain here in the first one and then click compare. So right off the bat, you can see the top opportunities. Basically, it tells you that these keywords are missing from your page. So if they're missing, you obviously want to add them onto your content, typically as a header tag, or at least within the body of the content, right? It's very important whenever you're doing SEO is to make sure you have the exact keywords you want to rank within the actual page of your website. So here you can see shared. So this just means that these websites that we put in share these same keywords, as you can see. And then we can also go to the missing tab. So these are the keywords that we don't have. As you can see, the first one is us, or the example that we're using. You can see we don't have any of these keywords on our website. So this would definitely be something you want to take a look at and implement these keywords on your website, whether that's the homepage or creating a service page. And then if you go to the, let's see, we can go to the untapped section. These are other keywords. So if you just hover over these, you can actually understand what they are a little bit more. So for the untapped, Semrush definition, keywords for which your domain has no rankings, but at least one of the others competitors does, right? So this is another good way of identifying missing keywords. Basically, these are other keywords that we're not ranking for that at least one of our competitors is. So again, you'd want to take a look at this. For an example, mini split AC installation. If that's a service that you can provide, that's definitely something you want to look into, given that it's a commercial type keyword. Air conditioning service near me. This is a very good keyword that you would want to be ranking for. As you can see, we're not ranking for it at all right now. And that's definitely something you want to do, considering it's a transactional keyword, which is most likely going to turn into a phone call or a form submission, right? So this is another way of doing some keyword research, is really just using your competitors for your own advantage. So that's really a quick overview of the keyword gap analysis tool. And the last type of keyword research I like to do is just good old competitor keyword analysis. And for this, we're going to be using the organic research tab. So basically, you're going to take, I normally just do the number one competitor. You can do all three, but you at least want to do either the number one or the number two, given they probably know what they're doing. So we're going to go ahead and take the number one competitor and we're going to put them into the organic research tab. And basically, this is going to give us all types of data about this website. So what we want to do is we want to go over to the top organic keyword section. And you can see it also gives you the keywords by intent. We can see informational, navigational, commercial, and transactional. Again, very important whenever you're doing your research is to really focus on the commercial and the transactional type keywords. So we go up, click view all organic keywords. And here we can take a look at all of the keywords that they rank for. So right off the bat, we can see they rank for air conditioning service, Houston, Texas, heater repair in Houston. And what I also like to do is I like to look at what is the page that is ranking for it. So we can see that it is a service page versus this one, which is on the home page. So it gives you a good idea whether you have to create a service page for it or if you just should add it onto the home page. So once you do this, again, there's a few things I would also filter by. I would filter by the intent, transactional, and commercial only. And then SERP feature, I would want to filter by actually advanced, is it on SERP? Okay, so SERP feature on SERP, and then we want to go to the local pack. Now this is only going to show us keywords that actually show up a Google Maps. And what does that mean? So if I do a Google search for this, it's going to bring up a map pack, right? And that's definitely what we want to be targeting. So now we have a complete list of keywords that are not only hyper specific to commercial and transactional keywords, but we also have a list of keywords that actually show up a map pack, which is, if you're a local, that's primarily what you want to be showing up for. You want to make sure you're showing up in the Google Maps because that's what's going to drive the most phone calls. So that's also very important, guys, that you add those filters to make sure you get a better list of keywords that you can target. So again, you would just look through this list of keywords, and then the other thing you want to take a look at is the pages. So go over to the pages tab. And now it's going to give us a list of their top pages that are getting the most traffic. So most of the time, the home page is going to be the one that gets the most traffic, but we can also see kind of those secondary, third pages that are also getting a good amount of traffic that we can also build ourselves, right? Like their second page that gets the most traffic is their furnace installation page. And then they also have a ductless AC page and a furnace repair page. So if these are services that we can provide, we definitely want to create these pages as well. And then they also have here a location page. This just means they're targeting another city. So Conroe, so it's like a suburb of Houston. And that's just a way of driving more traffic. Like you can potentially create a individual page for all of the suburbs. Most of the time a major metroplex like Houston is going to have a whole bunch of suburbs and surrounding cities that they can target. So you could potentially create a individual page for all of those and start driving a bunch more traffic, because a lot of the times those smaller suburbs are going to be a lot easier to rank for right off the bat. So you can definitely start getting some easy traffic that way. So this is just another way of doing some quick research of pages that you are potentially missing. And the number one issue that I see with local businesses is not having enough pages on their website targeting different services that they can provide. A lot of the times I only see like the homepage, the about, and like the contact maybe, and maybe like a service page that includes all of their services. But you need to be creating individual service pages for all of the different services that you can provide somebody. And that's what's ultimately going to help you rank better and build up your relevancy and authority. So that's a quick overview, guys, of how I use Semrush for my local SEO keyword research. Hope you guys got something out of it. And like I mentioned, I do have a link where you guys can get a free 30-day trial to Semrush, and you can cancel it at any time. But let me know if you do have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one.